Hello everyone, welcome back in another quiz series video by Infomercial on the very core topic 7 C's of communication. We have got total 8 MCQs objectives test for you that we will be doing together to test our knowledge about 7 C's of communication. So let's begin. Number 1. Which 7C of communication consists of answers of multidimensional questions such as what, where, how, and when? So you need to clarify and you need to identify basically which one is the 7C that contains the information, the answers of all the questions you ask about any product or any service. For example, what is that? How is that? And where it is? And when will it be delivered? So all these information. When a message contains all these information, that message is called as complete. So completeness is the principle of communication that states that we should contain and we should add all the relevant information, whatever is desired or asked by the receiver. Number 2, which of the following terms is likely the type of 7 C's of communication? Now, you need to choose one of them, which is the 7C type. Chronologically, or confection, or is it courtesy? So I'm gonna go with courtesy because courtesy is one of the 7 C of communication. Chronology and confection, they are not the 7 C's actually. So, number 3. 3 weeks on, one of the largest bridge of Pakistan, the Malir River Bridge. Okay, it's still undergoing. I think that the information is not complete in this statement. Examiner may ask you in a scenario-based question as well. Remember that. So in this scenario, the spelling mistakes are also there. You can see in the first line, the largest word has the spelling error. And then in the third line, the bridge, the first word, it also has a very sizable spelling error. So I'm gonna go with correctness because 7C is neglected over here. The correctness is neglected over here. Whoever wrote this statement, he doesn't know the first thing about the correctness. So a message should be correct by all the aspects. We learned about 7 C's in our video lecture as well. And if you haven't watched that, go watch that because you will have complete idea about the 7 C's of communication with examples and how they work in our communication while we are writing the communication or orally speaking. Number 4. Which of the following 7 C's of communication writer focuses on using a word you instead of I or we? So yes, whenever you are considering any other person, for example, you are considering your customer, that you are most welcome, or you will have your parcel on time, or you will get discount 25%. So that's called you are considering your customer over you. Yes, you don't have to use I or we, that we will deliver your parcel or I will give you the discount. No. The customer always likes when he is considered by the company. So consideration is very important element of 7 C's of communication. Always remember, this is the rule which a writer or a speaker has to focus on. Then, identify the examples of concise words that could be used as an alternative to a wordy expressions. Whenever you are stretching the matter, whenever you are stretching the words or sentences, you don't have to do that because conciseness is the rule of communication. Alright, so the first option you can see soon or few or although, it's quite a similar one, right? It's quite familiar words. We always use them. In due course, few in number, at this time, little bit difficult. In addition, subsequently, as I live and breathe. No. The third option is completely wrong because we cannot use this kind of hi-fi shy vocabulary in our messages or in our letters or in our communication. So I'm gonna go with the first one. Yes, the first one is right. Soon, few, and although, these are quite familiar words. You do not have to use very high vocabulary so that your reader will just be confused in the words and they will have to go and take out the dictionary out of this library actually. Then number 6, we need a few of stationery for office, 13 chairs and some tables. Which of the 7C is neglected over here? Which of the 7C principle is not followed here? So I believe that a few and some, there's no clarity actually. But I think that there's no concreteness as well, because the speaker or the writer, actually the sender, is not talking in words. So you should talk in numbers, you should talk in words basically, right? That's the foremost and prime rule of 7C's of communication, that you have to use concrete words. You should talk in numbers and figures and facts and vivid images and image building words. You should use them all in your writing. That's called concreteness basically. That's called 7. Which 7C of communication states that we must write to the point and necessary details, and we should add necessary details. We don't have to play a game of stretching the matters and all that. So we should be concise in our messages. We should be precise in our messages, because conciseness is the rule of communication, that whenever you're talking to anyone, because you know your reader has a time, and his time is very precious, so you should not waste that, right? Then number 8, which of the following statements is most likely suitable if writing is completed? So you will have to read it. It will repeat the same idea over and over again. What if the writing is suitable and complete? Okay. Number 2, the reader will need more explanations of the writer's point. You don't want the reader to do that, because you will provide all the necessary and asked and desired information to your reader, that so that your reader will not have any question in his mind that what about that thing, what about that thing, what about that thing, right? So you should not give him this kind of a point or clue. The reader's key questions are answered in the message. I believe that the third option is right, because you have to give all the WH questions answers in your message whenever you are writing or typing to anyone. Be sure about that. Okay, so the reader's key questions are answered in the message. You have to take care about this information, because your message should be completed, right? And then your message will be completed actually. This was all for 7C's of communication, and I believe that you had a thorough practice of 7C's of communication. If you want to watch the lecture of this video, of this 7C's topic basically, so you can find the link in the description box of this video. Thank you so much for watching Infomercial. Please subscribe.